Hola. I know y'all miss me. How y'all feeling out there on this beautiful Sunday? Fun days. Shit. Brought to you by Seagrams. I was fighting myself. I ain't gonna fake the funk, man. I've been wanting to do a video for the last few days. And Light's video just popped up from a few weeks back. Um, I forgot the title of it, but the bottom line was talking about how these algorithms work and how the lower frequencies want us to keep on thinking we're in the old reality, all these redundant messages. So us chosen ones can be in like Obi-Wan mode, self-protective mode, yada yada. If you've seen the video, then you guys will know the gist of what I'm getting at. In that video, I paused towards the end, but it's still like probably 10 minutes left of it. That finally broke that shield of, you know what? I don't give a fuck no more because the cat's out the bag. The cat's out the bag. We already know who the copycats are, right? The carbon copies and all that shit. So I don't need to worry about. Well, let's just say that I was never worried, but since I'm original and authentic, I'm very protective of my intellectual properties. And with all this new age technology coming out here and people just ciphering and stealing, I ain't gonna fake the funk. I was being obedient and I was falling back on due to orders from the Most High. And at the same time, I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to keep on providing my material. And if someone else is, making a buck off my shit, and then God changed my perspective of it, saying, hey, man, everything is just an investment. You know what I mean? Don't even worry about it. Nothing's ever was taken from you. And if some female back in the day was taken from you that you were interested in, she was never meant for you in the first place. So fuck her, right? I say shit. That's why my cutoff game strong and gone. Like shit. Shit. Just like my boy, an old associate of mine back in the day, Freckles. He was saying, "Hey man, shit, if you can take my bitch, that means she wasn't meant for me." You know what I mean? Respectfully, ladies love to be called. Some ladies like to be called the bitch word. You know what I mean? B word. Yada yada. Whatever. There's no filter. Welcome back in to another Inside Zoe's Universe. All right. Hybrid episode. Haven't seen you guys in a minute. Missed you. Been doing my creative processes, keeping the vibrations high. And I believe this episode is going to bounce around a little bit. So, if you're a pattern recognizer and you know how it goes, then you're not going to be worried about putting your creativity out there. Because we already know when the boy's gone. We already know how the algorithm is. So when I drop this video and then someone attempts to talk about the same shit I was talking about, then we already know who the originator is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I love playing those type of Sherlock Holmes games. I already know what he got. So I think this video is going to bounce around a little bit. I'm going to help you guys be more comfortable with yourselves. Okay? Unlock your inner child. Okay? I was just laughing because inside I was like, even if they happen to shadow ban this video and then they attempt to put out my message before me, you can tell it won't be authentic because all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Pattern recognition, you know what I'm saying? If you've been talking about rainbows all fucking the last 6 years and all of a sudden I talk about fucking jet planes and all of a sudden you start talking about jet planes after 10 years of talking about rainbows, we already know you stole something, you know what I'm saying? So you just rag yourself out like everybody's doing now. We don't know what Zoe knows, so the guilt just bleeding through your pores, man. It's fun. I love the popcorn lip season. Vindication's lovely. Keeping feathers super ruffled out in this bitch. People are super triggered. Yeah. All my authenticity is just gets people mad, just drives them crazy. So let's help break through that anger, enviness, jealousy, all that shit. Let's work through it together, all right? Like I ain't gonna listen to a cat with his ether looking like that. Hey guys, ready to take notes? Like Fire Marshal Bill and shit. Let me show you something. I'm not going to trust that guy at all. Well, I'm scratching my chest. You guys ready? Everybody in class like, am I in the right class? Opening up their books and shit like, is this room 1520? Definitely is. You guys getting careful. Open up to chapter 4. It's like, all right, Mr. Scratch Your Chesters. Credibility goes right through the window and shit. That's what these false motherfuckers want y'all to believe about my ass. That's why I just make fun of myself. Y'all believe that false narrative without even coming to me asking, hey, is this true? And you just took the bag real quick. Like, man, I'll take that $10,000. I'll take that. I'll take the drugs. I'll take it. All right, shit, what do I got to do? What I gotta do? There's so many people like that last season and every season. Like, so what I gotta do? All right, so I just gotta keep it a secret. I gotta spy on her. I gotta be an agitator. Okay, I can do that. I gotta follow him, walkie-talkie life. All right, yeah. I gotta hack his device. All right. I'm just having fun because y'all just rat yourselves out. The purpose of this video, the moral of it, just in case they play games and hack it off, is don't be scared of yourself. Come out here looking like how you look. As long as the energy radiates off your body, right? The people's gonna know that you're real. Okay? They're gonna know that you're the real deal, Holyfield out in this bitch. So this is gonna help everybody just become more of themselves. Hopefully, that's the bottom line. I think I was talking about something else, but Spirit told me to let's get into it just in case they play games. All right. So ask yourselves this. Ask yourself first, are you happy with yourself and who you are currently in your life? And you got to ask the tough questions. Are you really happy with where you're at currently in life? With your significant other, if you're single, have you achieved your milestones? Ask yourself those type of questions. After you answer those questions, then you got to ask yourself, what is holding you back if you feel like you're not happy where you're currently at? After you do that, and then I want you to ask yourself, are you the reason why these milestones and goals that you set in your mind has not been achieved? Or is it an outside factor, which we all know life does happen. Sometimes forces of nature does happen that sets us back a pace or two, right? And when we break that down, that just is the universe testing us and letting us know that there's going to be trials and tribulations, and as long as we have faith, we can get through that storm, right? And it makes us stronger. You know what I mean? If the foundation's weak, it's going to break down until we get the right knowledge and direction and guidance to see what necessary tools are needed to make our foundation strong, right? And I remember Red Pill told me this. I'll always bring this up. I was talking to him on the phone. He said, "Hey, sounds like you're doing good, Zoe. Getting on the path. Sounds like the universe is conspiring for your success." I like that. So once you get on path with, after you answer your tough questions, you know what I mean, don't blame outside sources because we're always to blame. We're always the master of our own destiny. Remember that. You're the author of your own story and you're the producer of your own movie. So our brain is the ultimate computer. I said this multiple times. So whatever we feed our brains, the reality outside is going to reflect that, those thoughts that we constantly have. Because everything's energy and vibrations. So once you answer those tough questions, then you got to ask yourself, since you know you can't really blame outside forces, but nature does happen. Some things happen that's outside of our control. And we just got to surrender to God, knowing God knows what's going on if you're spiritually tapped in and so forth. So there's a lot of elements that goes within investigating ourselves, doing our shadow work, and seeing what is holding us up, if anything. Because we're not perfect by far. None of us is perfect. A lot of people say, you make it look easy. Because I've been through so much shit that, to me, honestly, it feels like another Tuesday. I've been used to this since I crawled out the womb. Okay? There's a lot of factors I just had to get used to when I was early. So I had to toughen up quick, work a lot. I had to with all due respect, I had a great childhood since I was a master daydreamer. You know, what I mean, I knew I was meant for more, and yada yada. That'll be another time when you read my books and shit. So like, this is just another Tuesday for me, but I'm I'm at the current stage now, breaking down what I went through because I thought since I'm here now, oh, I'm already healed. But no, that's far from true. There's a lot of things that the universe is showing me now that triggers me, and I gotta ask myself, why is this triggering me? You know? Oh, Sunny Divinity, by the way, that Cheryl Cher song you sung. I forgot what it is now, but it made me cry like a little kid. It did. I don't know what happened, but what is love? 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 I forgot the words now, right? I feel like Martin Lawrence and Will Smith singing the Bad Boy song. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when he come for you? Right? You know what I mean? Yada yada. You know this part, but they forget the words. But yeah, it just made me cry. It's like, yo, what is love? I think it's called What Is Love. It just took me back to the '80s when I heard that, and I brought back my memories of my dad, my mom, and it just took me on a Bill and Ted adventure, just like, right? And I was like, damn, why am I? I was attempting to hold it back too because I felt the tear ducts was working. Like, oh shit, let them out. Like, hell no, I ain't gonna let these bitches out. Yeah. So yeah, it got me, man. That's what music does. It gets you. I was definitely taking off the glasses, doing all this shit. Ain't this a bitch? You know, when you start crying, you just wiping everywhere and shit. You know, you hitting the tear ducts. You just like, ain't this a bitch? Everywhere but the tears and shit. Ain't this a motherfuckers? Everywhere but the tear ducts. Ain't this a bitch? I was wild and I was like, ain't this a motherfucker? But it was good. It just released a lot of shit, you know? There's a saying in heaven or something like the tears we release, God collects them in a jar, and basically everything we go through is never forgotten. So God keeps a total tally mark on his chalkboard or her chalkboard, since God's everything. Holy Mother, Holy Father, yada yada. If you know, you know. I'm a guy, yada yada. So everything's documented. So right now, my vindication season's happening because the energies are balancing out. There's a lot of fuckery that's happening since I was young, right? Since I was so used to it. It's not easy. It's just once you get accustomed to it, it can make it look easy to the outside looking in if they don't know what I've been through. So I've been through a lot. There'll be another time and topic for that. And how I got through what I got through and why I'm still here with a loving heart. Right? It's very shocking. And at times when I hear what I've been through, I'm like, damn, I'm surprised. But then God immediately reminds me, hey, I've been there the whole time. This was just your Job season. You know what I'm saying? Like you were always blessed, even though you're going through some shit, right? Because I used to hate going out with my boys and groups and hey, you guys want to go out and drink and shit? I hardly had any money, man. I was like, somewhere in my spirit, like I knew I was wealthy as shit, but it's just like the money came and went. I was just like very generous with money, right? But not like taught how to save money and spend it and invest it, right? So in my spirit, I always knew the money was going to come back. It was like some Reverend Ike shit. Circulate the money. It's going to come back to the port of origin. But I was like operating like that without even knowing who Reverend Ike was or Neville Goddard was. You know, if you know, you know. It's all about using your imagination and believing it before it actually happens, and then the universe will conspire for your success to make that energy and that vision come to you since you believe it's already there. It's like Buster Rhymes said a while ago. You got to be delusional, some delulu, until your reality starts manifesting and people's like, oh, he wasn't crazy, he was ingenious. Right? But they want to call you crazy the whole time. So yada yada. So let's get back to asking yourself the tough questions. Are you happy where you're at currently in life? What's holding you back, if anything? And what is stopping you right now from making that happen? And a lot of people out there may say, well, I got a job, I got kids, man. I lost my passion. I'm too busy. You know, I mean, there's a lot of reasonings out there that you can make a permanent excuse for you not to make any forward movement and progress, right? So you'll forever, this is for some demographic, it's not a blanket statement, but then that can make you um, disgruntled and angry and envious and jealous towards people. She's like, why is that person getting there? And right? We've all been there and done that. You know how many times I looked at a screen and was like, man, motherfucker, that should be me right there. What the fuck, right? And it's valid. You like my triple action kneecap, right? You know, Ron Wheeler right there used to always wrestle like a little triple action kneecap. Yeah, exactly. Triple action G.I. Joe kneecap and shit. I used to get on the slinky forehead and shit. Like, go ahead, put on a scully and shit. I guarantee you can't get that whole cap over your ears and shit. Get a little gonzo forehead and shit. Go ahead and put that scully on. I guarantee you can't get it up. Go ahead and try to get it to cover your ears. You can't. Little Trekkie forehead and shit. Star Trek fans, if you know, you know. We used to crack jokes all the time, so that was just one thing. That's why we have tough skin. We used to. If you ever fuck with me, man, I'm one of them people that just love to change the algorithms up on you. I like to shock you just to get your facial expression. and the more I fuck with you, that means the more I love you. That's endearing. It's a weird, twisted, dark sense of humor type of relationship I've had all through my life. I've noticed the more nicer I am with people and not joking, they take advantage of me, and the more like I joke with you, I figure out more about you, and we become closer through the jokes and shit. It's like an initiation shit. You can take jokes, and oh man, we can roll all day, all day. You can't, and don't take it to heart and shit. Yada yada. Let's get back to the topic at hand. So once you go through all the tough questions and so forth, because there's a lot of lessons and levels to this shit. You got to ask yourself the main question: are you comfortable within your own skin? 1653, by the way. If you know, you know. 7-8. I don't know. I just noticed the time. It could be significant for somebody. Are you comfortable enough in your own skin? Like, let's bring up Sunny Divinity's video. Like, she was doing karaoke today. Like, she was just using her machine and A-tunes? What the hell is it called, man? Auto tunes. Sound like a grandpa at the time. What is that shit called, Sonny? What is that shit called, boy? Where you tell me, boy, what is that shit called, boy? Back in my day. Back in my day. I didn't have all that little gadget shit y'all got. Those finger swipies on screen. We had fucking phones with cords on that bitch. We took our finger and spun wheels and shit to call people. Now you guys putting your finger on your ears and hey, how you doing? Looking like Captain Kirk and shit. We didn't do that in our time. Grandpa talk. So, like Sunny Divinity was just singing and having fun. She hasn't done it in a minute, but you saw like the bravery it takes to get on there and just do it. You know what I'm saying? And I got on there after I was wiping my shit up. Hey, she is a bitch. And I typed on the shit. I'm very proud of you, girl. Keep that shit up. Some tears dropped on my screen and shit, so my fingers were ice skating on that bitch. Like, shit, what the fuck, man? I meant to hit K on that bitch. Slipping on the screen. This a bitch. Wiping the tears all everywhere else and shit. Using your elbow to wipe the screen. Ain't this a bitch? Paulie hands. The yada yadas. So, you know, that it takes bravery. Like, you gotta be comfortable and confident within your own self and not worry about what people are going to think. This day and age, and it's been happening forever, people are worried of what people are going to think. I don't know. They may think I'm crazy, and they go to work, and then they're concerned about being looked at differently. I mean, we've all been there, right? We've all been there. Like, I used to have fun with that shit when I used to work 9 to 5s. I used to love going in break rooms, and I would be in the 2 rooms back. Like, I'll be across the hallway, and they're in the break room, right? Just talking, having a jovial time. And I'll just be sitting back there just chilling because I knew I'm like the Black Zach Morris. As soon as I went in that joint, people gonna feel threatened and shit, so they're gonna just hush hush. It was 1930, 33. I like that. It's 12, 12, but 13, 13. If you know, you know. So I'll just be holding back for a minute because I was like, yo, I know as soon as I walk in that room, it's gonna get all hush hush and shit, and all getting all distracted, grabbing their phones, acting like they doing something and shit. So I used to love fucking changing algorithms up on purpose. So that shit was my fucking shits and giggles. That was my pleasure. Hey, yeah, you called the game again. That shit was crazy. Yeah, man, I'm about to go to Susan's house over there. I would start walking that joint. That happier they got and shit. I waited for the apex of the happiness, the joy to get to the ceiling fans and shit, just to see that shit drop immediately when I walk in that bitch. Just straighten my shirt out and shit. Hey, yeah, you see that shit? I walk in the room like, hey, hey, Zo, how you doing? Hey, guys, what you guys talking about? Hey. You know what I'm saying? Can't even look you in the eyeballs and shit. I knew exactly what y'all talking about, but I heard the whole conversation for at least 20 minutes in that bitch, at least 22 minutes. I just had fun scratching my nuts and shit. Can't wait to go in that bitch and just change their whole fucking feelings of this bitch. I was a nut scratcher back then. Us guys, we scratch our nuts a lot. I don't know what it is. What are you about to say? I ain't this a bitch. They always get me when you know what I mean? So Jim Carrey lie. I cannot hold that shit. Nah, it's too much information. I'm getting better at that, right? Left shoulder wants to tell you, but it doesn't matter. It's not that important. All right, fuck it. I won't tell you. What? Algorithm change your plot twist. But either way, man, you know when us guys, we shave our nuts and shit, you get the Velcro nuts. So as soon as you put on the next piece of fabric, that bitch just wants to stick on that bitch. And it's extra itchy, especially when the ether starts growing back and shit. That bitch is itchy McGitchy. Don't have an interview after you freshly shaved and shit. And all of a sudden you get that awkward itch. You got your hands on the table and then you gotta like try to cross your legs to get that awkward itch and shitty damn bitch. The table's all low and shit, so you can't even do what you normally do. The interviewer's looking at you like you're crazy. Yeah, all right? You need a drink of water, Sean? You look like a little fidgety under there. Like some basic instinct and shit. If you know, you know. So, I told you it'd be one of those episodes. It's a roller coaster ride. You don't know what's going to happen and where we're going to go with it. All right, back to it. All right, unlocking your inner child and becoming comfortable with yourself where you can just get on camera without worrying about if there's makeup or not and just being yourself on and off camera. Okay? Confirmation bitches. My fridge loves to confirm shit. Like Shay's roosters in the background. I wish I could imitate a rooster, but you know the sound they making and shit. That's not yada yada. That was horrible. But either a rooster crowing in the background. Yada yada. A rooster crow, right? Does a rooster roost or does a rooster crow? You gotta love it. A hot mess, right, girl? Georgia, whatever her name is. So funny. Don't misjudge a book by its cover either. There's one tarot reader, name's like George or something, has tattoos on, really chill girl. I was looking at her thinking in my mind that she's single, right? Just thinking she's single. I don't know why. It was funny. I was just like, she looks like she's single. I mean, nothing, no shot. She looks good, whatever. And all of a sudden she was like, yeah, my kids, my daughter, and my son. And I was like, what the fuck? you got kids? And then she was like, yeah, my man hit me up in the middle of the video and said, I want some gingerbread or something like that. I was like, see? I laughed. I was like, man, I swear to God she was single. Then I had to ask myself, what makes me think that she's single? Right? So those are a tough question. I was like, oh, that's true. What makes me think she's single? And then the universe had me reflect on that question and how people look at me. It's like, oh, they have a lot of things. They come up with conclusions about me, and I'm sitting back like, what the fuck? I'm no imposter. I'm not nervous. I have plenty of confidence. I'm not doubting myself. I'm not hiding from anybody. What is it? What do these people think I am? I'm not crazy. I'm not a gigolo, and I'm not promiscuous, and yada yada. I don't break up homes. There's a lot of shit you hear, and then the universe makes me laugh about when I was young, looking at Entertainment Tonight. I know I'm dating myself, and seeing Tom Cruise and certain actors and celebrities, same thing, getting interviewed, and then hearing all the smear campaigns they go through daily. I couldn't fathom it then because I wasn't in their shoes. But like when you get older, and then we're in the age of social media where everybody, in my opinion, still a celebrity. We're all celebrities. You're a celebrity. You don't need to be on camera. You don't need to be having millions of dollars. You're a celebrity alone since God created and put air in your lungs, and you're here amongst us. We're all celebrities. So let's get back to that story I was talking about. So like when they were talking about, yeah, man, people would be coming up with such and such, yeah, a whole bunch of lies. I'm laughing at it now when I get out of um, my own head about it because I know I'm not these things. I'm like, God damn, people actually believe that shit. And then we're in the age now, and it's always been the age. People love to hear shock value titles and headlines. You know what I'm saying? And then they get their imagination going, and then throughout the day they're entertaining amongst their friends. Did you hear about such? So I get the error that it's always been. People love rumors, right? So I'm in that age. You know, I mean, I'm in there now. I'm like, damn, this is what it is. So it's like, be careful what you wish for type of shit. But I wouldn't trade my life for anyone else's life at all. I love everything I went through. Like, it's fucking awesome. For real, you think it's? I know a lot of people are saying that. How for real? You don't have billions of dollars. I mean, you can't be happy like me. Even though when you say that, you know you're not happy. People can have everything but have nothing. It's terrible, right? Brittany Cosmic Wifey, you know what it is, right? Say several, besties. We give several. Shit. Yada yada. We don't give several. Yada yada. I forgot what it is. We only F with the light, but you know what I'm saying. If you know, you know. Just stand in line. Just for all the haters, just get a ticket. Stand in line. We don't give any F. We only F with the light in this bitch. But when you hear these things about yourself and you know those are lies, you got to still have the strong mental fortitude to laugh those things off and say, man, fuck that shit. I'm still gonna do it. I ain't gonna let these fucking headlines and hater ass group cyberbullying clowns tell me about myself. These little keyboard warriors and shit. Little keyboard Kennys and shit. Yeah, they ain't gonna tell you that in their face, hence they hide and shit. So I always remind myself, like, so they are hiding and they're hacking, they're doing whatever, which I just take out of my reality. It's like once you know God got you all, I'm getting better at it because I'm Sherlock Holmes still, and I'm very inquisitive. I still love knowing what I love to know, and when you're super intuitive, you need to learn how to train your brain to not entertain everything, right? Still have your balance. I'll just say that so you can have your time for you, your inner child. Just let everything be balanced so you can live a more healthier, productive life. So you got to stay confident regardless of all the bullshit, smear campaigns and lies and the false narratives. You got to know who you are and maintain that persona on and off camera. And when I say persona, I don't even like saying persona because it sounds like it's a facade to a degree. Basically, you got to maintain who you are authentically on and off camera, good or bad days. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. So those are, I'll say, the three questions to ask yourself to start that tough chapter of self-development journey if you want to gauge yourself where you're currently at in life, and are you truly happy with where you're at in life, or are you keeping up with the Joneses? If they get a new car, do you feel the pressure that you need to get a new car so you can showcase it in your driveway so you can have the attention that your next door neighbors are having? Or do you not give a fuck about what your next door neighbors are doing because you're happy with your own universe that you have? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's all mental. It's like what makes you triggered outside of yourself? Where do you feel unfulfilled at? You know, is it love, relationships? Love, relationships, same thing. Like friendships. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what is it? Is it your job not paying you enough? Are you working too many jobs? You're not having enough time to come home and make love to your wife? You know what I mean? Whatever the case is. Not enough time for your kids. You get disrespected at work and you feel like a straight bitch when you go to work, but when you come home or you go in the break room, you talk tough Tony and shit, but when you go back to work, you feel like a little bitch. Is that one of y'all? You know what I'm saying? You resonate with that? You know what I mean? There's a lot of people going through life like that, and they got a lot of Debos they work for, and then when Debo leaves, they get all tough. Chris Tucker talking and shit. Chris So yeah, you got to ask yourself these tough questions, and then when you get the real answers, then you got to ask yourself, all right, what am I going to do about it? All right, because excuses can be so real in our heads that it can be a roadblock for us all. We've all been there. Tell ourselves stories. Oh, what else so long ago? I can't do that now. All right, whatever you tell your brain is gonna whatever you tell your brain is gonna believe. If you tell yourself you can do it, you're right. If you tell yourself you can't do it, you're absolutely correct. If you know, you know. Okay, it's 30:45. So once you ask those tough questions to unlock your inner child, is once you know yourself fully. I mean, we're always learning about ourselves daily, so I don't want to say fully because every day I surprise myself too. So when you feel like you know yourself to the point where you really don't give a fuck, no fucks given, then you can be, you can let that inner child out at any time throughout the day in isolation or in public without feeling embarrassed or guilty of showing your true innocence and not in that way. There's a lot of sickos, weirdos out here showing your innocence in the meaning of just being who you are when you were a kid and you had imaginary friends if you did and you would just play anywhere. It didn't matter if you're in the doctor's office, in the middle of the mall, whatever, you would just be in that joyful spirit as a young kid and just have fun, right? Your imagination ran wild. And then when we noticed when we were getting wiser, so I don't like to say certain words because I don't like to program my brain, is I'm forever. I'm forever young. I'd rather say I'm forever young than the opposite, right? Like me and birthdays, like just like Prince was talking about back in the days. Like I don't celebrate birthdays because those are spells. It tells your brain you're getting bada bing, and then you believe what you tell yourself, and then your body breaks down because you think your body's breaking down versus telling yourself the opposite. I'm forever young. I'm forever healthy. I'm forever strong. I'm forever connected and protected with the cosmos, the Most High. I'm forever aging backward. Just tell yourself good things, and and watch what your body, how your body responds to those positive affirmations and beliefs. So you won't be embarrassed wherever you display your inner child out at. That's why a lot of people are shocked. Like, damn, I'm surprised though. You're like a walking oxymoron. I understand that too. From the outside looking in, I'm a tough cookie to crack, tough tough cookie to crumble, whatever this saying may be. Hard to read, mystery, whatever y'all want to say, because there's a lot I do protect, and there's a time and place for everything. Hence, you learn a lot about society, and then it's on a need to know basis, like my dad used to say. So you live and you learn. Certain things I disclose to the public I want y'all to know, and there's certain things I would never disclose to the public, knowing what I've recently went through. You gotta be careful what information you share out there because not everybody's your friend, right, King Jabez? So you share what you want to share. The 48 Laws of Power. Another good read. And just know thyself to the point where you're not measuring yourself to the next woman or man in an envious or hateful way, but more as a measuring stick and as inspiration. I'm all for that. Y'all have free will. You can do what the fuck you want to, but just don't violate me and come after me on some bullshit when I'm unprovoked. You know what I mean? I'm unprovoked over here. If I ain't fucking with you, don't fuck with me. You started, I guarantee I'll finish the bitch. I'm all about love, but I ain't about no disrespectful talking sideways shit thinking just because I wear glasses, Clark Kent, I look loving and soft and yada yada, that I won't whoop your ass. Either it's one of the two things. You whoop my ass or I whoop your ass, but I ain't gonna let you treat me like no sweet bitch. Okay, I protect mine over here. You threaten my life, I'll protect that by any means possible. I don't play those games. I don't play no disrespectful games, and then you have amnesia, and then you want to come back like I forgot about it, and you haven't even said your apology part about it. You just want to act like it's just we're picking up where we left off. If that's the case, then I'm drop kicking you. Because where we last left off, you disrespected the shit out of my ass. So I'm definitely going to do some Hagar drop kicks. Yada yadas. But we surrendered, right? We're all about love. So I'm out here to teach, raise the frequency of the vibration, inspire people in good ways, help you unlock your inner child, be as authentic as possible, stand in the footsteps of God, cover yourself in the armor of God, in the blood of Yeshua, and none of these demon motherfuckers out here is going to have nothing to say about you. They're going to walk the other way, or they going to fucking join your ass. So I got a whole legion behind me working for me now. Last year, they were on the other side. All right, so it is what it is. You can fuck around and find out heavenly. Play stupid games, win dumbass prizes. I promise you that. Confirmation, bitches. They want to attack my throat chakra. I was like, damn, I'm getting all flimmy majimmies. Yeah, hence I come up with my own language. I was about to say lingua. I was attempting to say lingo and language. So I was like, language. My brain wasn't sure what word to say first. So we just blended both of them bitches. Frankenstein's. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up soon. Because I'm about to roll another J. Maybe get some more Caesars and yada yada. Watch some more movies, have a good time. I found a movie on YouTube called Timeline with Paul Walker, and I forgot the other actor that was in 300 that kicked the cat in the pit. He was in a few different good movies. Oh man, The Den of Thieves. He was the cop, the beard, yada yada. Ice Cube's son. I think Curtis Jackson was in that movie too. Where was I getting at with that? Yeah, so I came across that movie Timeline. I'm almost done that. Really good about going back in time and shit. And the government in Hollywood be exposed a lot. They be telling on themselves and shit. So I love looking at things now with a different perspective and knowing how it works. I'm like, man, ain't no fiction ever, man. Ain't no such thing as fiction out in this bitch. They hidden in plain sight. If you know, you know. Just like that Denzel Washington movie back in the day called Deja Vu. They're talking about that machine they got, Alice. What's it called? Alice? Go back in time. Something like that. Yada yada. Just watch it, man. If you know, you know. It's just movies be telling on themselves and shit. Predictive programming, just like The Simpsons, and all that type of shit. Once you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, and the mouth to speak, it's it's very difficult to unhear, unsee, and unspeak what's already been out there in the universe. But I love each and every one of you. It was 3802 when I last looked at the timestamp. I hope this helps to get you to a point if you are disgruntled, not feeling confident in life, you feel like an imposter, you feel like there's more in life you can accomplish, but you feel like something's holding you back. It could be jealousy, it could be enviness, it could be a lot of things. These are tough questions that we all must ask ourselves in order to move forth. Once you get there, then ask yourself about your childhood. Hey, were you happy in your childhood? Did you feel robbed of your childhood? If you could relive your childhood again, how would you relive it? What would you get to make your childhood more fulfilling this time around? You know what I mean? Because we can do whatever we set our minds to. So those are good questions to ask, so you can make those necessary moves now to get to where you see yourself going in your life path on your yellow brick road. Wizard of Oz analogy. It, oh yeah, okay. Spirit team's okay. Like the universe talks to me all the time. I literally went outside a few days. I think it was last week, or maybe it was sometime today, Sunday. It was last week. Something told me to look outside because I was filling up the water bowl for the squirrels and shit. And I be seeing the squirrels drinking out of it. It's so cute when they drink out of it. It's awesome. I love animals, period. So I went out there, filled up the bowl again, and then something told me to look to the left, and there was a whole bunch of dead yellow leaves that fell in a perfect path, yellow brick road formation. And I looked at the trees of the leaves, and I looked up at the sky. I was like, man, thank you, God, for always just vindicating and showing me signs that I'm on the right path. I'm in alignment. So I'm one of those guys. I forgot there's someone in the Bible that was always asking God for signs, and I'm one of those people. I like love. It's when you're by yourself in the physical and you have your spirit team with you always, but in the physical realm, you're operating alone. These people, yada yada, abandon you, yada yada, whatever. You know what I mean? You want to make sure you reaffirm a lot. You know what I mean? I'm one of those people. I just want to make sure I'm sure. And God, thank God, has a lot of patience with me. And just the way those leaves were formed, I mean, I was like, come on, man, that was just too perfect. It's just so windy outside, and how the leaves are falling in random positions. They just happen to fall all yellow leaves in a formation of a path. I was like, come on, man, God's great. So I love you guys. That's a good starting packet for you. I can't wait to see if anyone regurgitates this message and act like it's their own. That would be funny, but I won't be surprised. And hopefully they'll give me the proper respect and pay footnotes, share my videos, get out there. We can all be collective, strength in numbers, teamwork makes the dream work, and we can actually be a collective working towards this new earth, 5D, 6D, 7D, and up, and not just come at me since it's now popular to say my name. And just, I don't want to, I don't deal with that fake jumping on bandwagon shit. If you weren't with me during the jump, if you weren't there shooting in the gym with me and all that shit, when I was climbing out the Bane pit and you weren't there helping me form rope or anything, no support, and now you come back with reminiscent stories and all that shit, man, come on, man. I'm going to pray to Baby J, I swear to God. Or me and a whole bunch of Jacobs going to catch you in the aisle 6 line. Disconnect the scanner and talk to you with the hand on the shoulders, all right? So we don't want to do that to you. Just keep it authentic with me. If you want to repent, if you come back around, you better tell me the whole truth, how much money you got paid, why you were involved, the whole 9 yards. All right, just the whole 9 yards. Don't come at me with like, hey, how you been? None of that fake shit. Coming at me with, hey, man, my bad. I sold you out, man. I did, man. Forgive me. They offered me $5 million if I got rid of your ass. I am so sorry about that, brother. But your uncle did it, your mama Dukes did it, your Bada Bings did it, and they did it. And the neighbor upstairs did it, and that cat did it, and this is how much they paid me, and that's where they live at. I'm like, bet. All right, cool. Hey, Paulie, talk to this kid. Hey, I thought I taught you. You did. You're good, but hey, man, we still got to talk to you. You're going to hear a whole bunch of chairs like that downstairs. There's a whole bunch of POW chairs down the basement. That's all good. Hey, we're going to get you a Sprite. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make sure you drink some. We're going to Paulie talk to him. Hey, man, I told you every now. And you know what? Yeah. I mean, there's not really any other outcomes. The whole list I'm looking at that I'm still unraveling and seeing more shit that these cats are doing. Like, hey, Baby J, there ain't no way I'm going back to these cats. Hey, man, hey, can I marry you? The fuck? You did what? It's a Baby J nugget saucers. Hold up. Alfred, give me another envelope and shit. Like, hey, they did Baby J's. They did what? They slept with who? That's a real document? They said that about the warrior. They put that video up about me. Oh shit. They said what? They talked to that boss man and got me fired from a job I didn't even get talked to by. They did that what? How much money they say for ye? How many cribs they buy here? How many vacations they take? Oh hell no. How many fucking outfits they buy? How much fucking dope they buy? What the Baby J's? They got prostitutes. Oh shit nuggets. And they wanted me to forget about it? Hey Paulie, we won't need some extra duffel baggy. Actually, call him in, Call him in real quick. I want to talk to him. Ask him if he's hungry. How you doing, buddy? Hey, sit down. I'm going to sleep because I'm so comfy and excited. I want you to sit down. Come on, sit down and talk to me. I haven't seen you in a couple years.
What you been up to? What you been up to, Teddies? I said we're gonna have this conversation. I thought I ended the camera a while ago, but you got some extra bonus footage. So we're gonna have some fun with you cats, but at least you came correct. And depending on how correct you come, depending on how the outcome's gonna be. I mean, shit, we may actually just pat you on the shoulder, like, hey man, you did a good job telling the truth. Hey, what you want to eat? You want a little Caesar or something? About to pop in the movie and shit. We're gonna keep your heart beating a little bit because we're not gonna tell you exactly are you gonna walk out the house or not. Well, we want you to feel comfy at first. Hey, Paulie, pull up a chair for me. Make him some pasta and shit. Then you quietly thinking, am I gonna live? Hey, that's up to God. I mean, hey, we just the messengers. We just the preparers. we get you prepared before you meet your makers. Are you gonna do something foul? Not at all. Not at all. I'm obedient and I surrendered. But if you come at me and ask me how I've been, we're gonna ask you why'd you sell us out. I mean, it's just natural. All right, guys, take care. It was 4606. I love that. Perfectly in line. If you know, you know all seven. So, yes, thank you, ancestors. I'm always going to be a sword. I'm always going to speak from the chest. I'm always going to have loving frequencies. And hopefully, you guys can resonate with this message. Hopefully, it didn't go over your scalps. And maybe it did. And then hopefully, you watch this down the road when you have a different perspective. And it may resonate then. My dad used to say this, and hopefully, I'll let my palms are itching. You know what that means. Thank you, universe. It's been a lot of stuttering around. I'm excited. My pops used to say this to me. The older I get, the smarter he becomes. I'll leave you guys on that. Love you. Enjoy your evening or whatever happen times you happen to land on this video. Hopefully it was enlightening. I'm doing a long goodbye because I love my collective, the true ones. I don't like letting you go. I know you don't like letting me go. So it's a mutual exchange. It's a mutual feeling. Not crushed by 3 Little Caesars pieces. Little belchies. I guess that's it. And we'll talk more whenever I'm instructed to talk and instruct you how to unlock more chambers within your own vessel so you can become more of yourself. There's a lot of levels to this shit. You stay healthy, you stay beautiful, stay yourself unapologetically, love your imperfections, and fuck everybody else, man. Be yourself regardless. And ask yourself those tough questions, all right? And maybe you may unlock something that you never knew was there to unlock to begin with. All right? You learn something new every day. I love you. Take cares. All right. Oh. I almost forgot. You already know. You know, you know. I want you guys to stay as happy as possible. All right? Always, every day. As soon as you get up, you got life and breath in your lungs. Praise God for that. But for those miserable fucks out there that have nothing to do besides stay up all night, drink yourself, do drugs all night, and think about me since I'm in your mind for rent free, and you don't want me to live or have any resources or ever have a wife or family and kids and to be happy, period, resources, I want y'all to fuck off and die in hell or die immediately because that's going to happen regardless. You're going to watch me be successful like you're doing now. Hence, you can't sleep. You're super edgy. You're super edgy, but you never thought this day would come. You never thought it would be me, but I'm here, baby cakes. You're loving the crown. You're loving the ether. I'm looking sexy McGexy doing it. The shit that you wanted to do your whole life, but you couldn't do because you didn't have the balls, so you joined the coven and they sold you out and you had to do some strange things for some change. And now you're looking at my life and saying, damn, he didn't do any of the things that I continuously do. And I'm looking like shit. And he's looking more beautiful by the day. I want you to think about that. And I want you to stay discomfort. And I want you to stay edgy as fuck. All right? And miserable because I love it. Take care. I'm super comfortable.